everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm one of the Master's students at Northumbria University. I'm studying Masters of Research in Psychology, and today I'm going to try and give you a little bit of insight into what I do as a student. So first of all, you can probably tell I'm a home student, proud Geordie. I live with my cat, Alfie. Oh, he's on his way. I'm going to start with Michael Smith, who is my course leader. He's going to give you more of an overview into the course, so I hope you enjoy that, and then we'll go on to the little tour of what I do as a student.
The MRes Psychology programme is really geared for students who want to undertake some advanced training in psychological research, methods, skills, techniques. So essentially, a lot of our students are keen to pursue a career in academic research, perhaps moving on to a PhD. And for that reason, they want some advanced training in psychological research methods. However, we also get students on the programme who are interested, for example, in pursuing a career in clinical psychology, so a doctorate in clinical psychology, and for that reason they want to boost their expertise in psychological research and come on to the MRes. We also have students who are interested in pursuing a research career in the private sector and are also interested in honing their psychological research skills before pursuing a career in that sector. So from the MRes, students will gain advanced training in psychological research methods. And basically all of our assessments are geared towards giving students a really hands-on experience in academic psychological research training. So, for example, students will engage in the kinds of tasks that researchers working in a professional setting will work on. So, for example, we have a journal club assessment, which is indicative of real-world practice. They'll, for example, complete a viva where they are questioned on their MRes project. So there's lots of experiences for students to engage in real-world activities. We have placed a real emphasis on reflection and understanding how the research skills gained can be transferable, and for that reason we get students to complete a blog and blog about their research experiences that they're gaining. My favourite piece of technology which we have in the psychology department would probably undoubtedly be our ecologically valid sleep lab. So up on the 4th floor of the Northumberland building where the psychology department is housed, we have a sleep lab which has 2 bedrooms that, to be honest, look really like hotel bedrooms. They're ensuite bedrooms with nice soft furnishings. They essentially are hotel rooms in every way, shape or form, other than the fact that we are able to, I guess quite creepily, watch research participants while they sleep, so we can monitor them as they're sleeping. We can wire them up to measure EEG and a range of other biological parameters which we might want to measure while participants are sleeping, to give us a really good indication of an individual's sleep parameters throughout the night. So that for me is probably our most interesting piece of equipment, or our most interesting research facility that we have.
Okay, so I've just showed you all of those lovely notes on statistics. Probably didn't make much sense, but there's a lot of resources available on Blackboard Northumbria where you can do extra work, which is what I normally do if I don't understand statistics. And now, Beth and I are off to the postgraduate room to do some more work. Say hi, Beth. Hey. now. We're in the postgraduate room and I'm doing some work on my thesis proposal today. Yes, scary times. It's not due until March. There's Beth also doing work, but very studious, as you can see. Yes, we'll have a lecture a little bit later on today on NERS, so if you don't know what that is, it'll be explained.
The BPNRC as it is now has been here for almost 10 years, up on the 4th floor here. Somebody, probably Chloe, can be our head, and we'll put the NERS headband on and you can see how it runs. Some questions that we usually get at this point is, does this look normal? If I think really hard, will you be able to see on the screen right now? Or if you're thinking about something you shouldn't be thinking about, can you tell on the screen? It's not a lie detector test and it can't tell what you're thinking. It can't tell how hard you're working on an individual.
And sit down.
I'm back home now. It's been quite a long day today. Sometimes it is, but depending on how much work I have, I usually try and stay at the university until 5 or 6 at the very latest, just because I don't function after that time. And also think it's really important to relax after a long day of doing whatever, writing up reports. Yeah, so how I like to relax, I'm quite crafty, I think. At the moment I've been making this little guy. Yay! Yeah, it's decoupage, and he's obviously a penguin. Hopefully he'll be finished soon. So that's what I do to relax. Yeah, I think that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed my little tour, and I'm going to leave you with my course leader Michael Smith on his favourite places to eat in Newcastle.
My favourite spot in Newcastle, well, this is very much a tricky one because there are so many to choose from. It would undoubtedly have to be food and drink related, and the great thing about Newcastle is that over the time I've lived here, which has been about 7 years, I think the kind of food and pub and bar scene even the cafe culture has improved quite drastically in the city. So I am going to probably go for some of my new favourite restaurants, which I always visit when I come into town. I very much am a big fan of Zap, which is a new Thai street food place. It's amazing. You must check it out. If you like a burger, you need to go to the Fat Hippo Underground. Absolutely sensational. And to be honest, other than my favourite foodie places, where else would you want to hang out in town?